Ancient secrets have reached you. This is not a coincidence. Are you ready to change your reality? If you are encountering this knowledge, it is not a coincidence. It means that you are ready for a new reality. But before we go any further, there is one important thing you may have never realized. Transformation does not come from the outside. It has always existed within you. Since the beginning of time, those who truly understood the secrets of existence left clues behind, but not everyone can see them. These signs only appear to those who are ready. If you are here, reading these words, it means that a part of you has already begun to awaken. What has prevented you from realizing this? The world around you has been programmed to keep you busy, distracted, and trapped in a cycle where true knowledge never reaches you. From an early age, you were taught that reality is fixed, that the word impossible truly means impossible. But there is something that the ancients knew, and modern science is just beginning to prove. Reality is not something that happens to you. It is something that happens through you. So what if you realized that you are far more powerful than you ever imagined? What if every transformation you desire is already available to you, but is hidden behind invisible filters in your mind? Today, you will learn how to break these barriers, access this knowledge, and finally take control of your reality. Are you ready? Reality is not absolute truth. It is only a filtered version of your mind. From the moment you were born, your perception has been shaped by your family, school, and society. They told you what is right and what is wrong, what is possible and what is impossible, what you should fear, what you should desire. And you believed it, not because you were convinced, but because you never questioned it. This is the greatest trick ever played. No one ever taught you to question reality itself. But what if everything you believe is simply a reflection of the stories you've been told? What if the world around you is not fixed, but instead a projection of what you expect to see? Science proves the brain does not record reality objectively. Neuroscience has proven that the brain does not record reality like a camera. Instead, it filters information, selecting only what it considers important and discarding the rest. But what determines what is important? It is what you believe. Have you ever decided to buy a red car and suddenly you start seeing red cars everywhere? The world did not change, only your perception changed. Those cars were always there, but your mind ignored them until they became relevant to you. And this does not just happen with cars, it happens with everything in life. If you believe the world is unfair, your mind will filter out anything that contradicts that belief. Instead, you will only see betrayal, injustice, and hardship. If you believe making money is difficult, your perception will block out opportunities for prosperity and only highlight obstacles. Neville Goddard once said, "What you accept as true about yourself manifests in the outer world. Not because it is a wish, but because your mind is constantly searching for evidence to reinforce what you already believe. What you believe, you will see." If your mind is programmed for failure, your reality will reflect failure. If your mind is programmed for scarcity, everything around you will reinforce the idea that there is never enough. But this is not because reality is actually that way. It is because you have been taught to see it that way. When you live like this for too long, you start to believe that, "My life is difficult because it has always been this way. I have no other choice." But the truth is, the external world is merely a reflection of what already exists within you. If you want to change your life, you must first change how you see the world. You need to reprogram your perception. You need to question every belief you hold. Because if life is a mirror of your consciousness, then the real question is not, why is my reality like this? Why do I believe my reality is like this? And once you start questioning it, the veil will begin to fall. I am the key to shaping reality. Do you believe that a single phrase can shape your reality? A phrase so powerful that it has been spoken by spiritual masters, philosophers, mystics, and even scientists for thousands of years. That phrase is, I am. You are not trapped in the reality you live in. You are only trapped in the image you have of yourself. Everything that exists in your life right now, your achievements, your struggles, your relationships, your financial situation, is not random. It is a direct reflection of how you perceive yourself. If you want to change your reality, don't try to change the external world. Instead, change the way you define yourself. I am the key to manifestation. In the Bible, God told Moses, I am that I am. Most people interpret this as simply a statement of existence, but Neville Goddard revealed something much deeper. I am is not just a name. It is the key to creating anything in reality. Why? Because I am does not describe something fixed. It is a form of energy, a vibrational frequency. It does not just represent who you are right now. It represents who you can become. Every time you say I am, you are activating a creative force within you. How are you using I am? Here's the problem. Most people use this key unconsciously. They say, I am anxious. I am unlucky. I am not good enough. I am unworthy. And each time they say this, they reinforce that negative identity every single day. Not because they want to, but because they have been programmed to believe that this is their reality. Change how you speak to yourself. Think about this. What if you replace those statements? Instead of, I am insecure, say, I am confident. Instead of, I am broke, say, I am prosperous. Instead of, I am unloved, say, I am loved. At first, your mind may resist. It may feel like a lie. But that is only because your brain is still wired to old patterns. Your brain can be reprogrammed, and you can change your reality. Neuroscience has proven that the brain can be rewired. Your brain is not fixed. It adapts and changes based on your beliefs. Every thought you have activates a network of neurons. The more you repeat an idea, the stronger the connection becomes. Over time, your brain accepts this new identity as reality and begins acting accordingly. Change the way you see yourself, and your reality will follow. Change begins with your self-image, and when your self-image changes, everything in your life follows. Reality does not punish or reward you. It simply reflects what you believe about yourself. To illustrate this, let's hear a story. The story of the eagle and the chickens. One day, on the peak of a mountain, an eagle's egg accidentally rolled down the valley and landed in a chicken farm. When it hatched, the baby eagle was raised among the chickens. It pecked at the ground, ate corn, and flapped its wings, but never attempted to fly. It would look up at the sky and see other eagles soaring high above the clouds. Something inside it felt strange, a deep longing it could not understand. But every time it thought about flying, the chickens would laugh and say, "Stop dreaming. You are just a chicken." And over time, the eagle believed it. Even though it was born with wings strong enough to fly, it never tried, because it was taught that it couldn't, discovering its true nature. One day, a wise sage was passing through the valley and saw something strange. An eagle was living like a chicken. He picked up the eagle, carried it to a high cliff, and said, "You were not born to walk. You were born to fly." But the eagle hesitated. "I am just a chicken. I cannot fly. The sage replied, You only believe that because that is what you have always been told. But the truth is not in other people's words. It is in what you accept about yourself. Then he lifted the eagle and released it into the wind. At first, the eagle panicked, flapping awkwardly, thinking it was going to fall. But then, something awakened inside it. Its body remembered how to fly. For the first time in its life, it spread its wings and felt the wind lifting it higher. It had never been a chicken. It had only believed it for too long. You are like that eagle. How many times in your life have you lived like a chicken, when in reality, you were born to soar? This story may seem simple, but it holds a deep truth. You have become what you were told to become. But what if all of it was just programming? What if, in reality, you are capable of far more than you have ever believed? So, will you continue to live like a chicken, or will you spread your wings and fly like an eagle? Are you ready to change? Now you have two choices. If you find these insights valuable and inspiring, don't forget to hit like, comment, and follow the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. We would love to hear your thoughts and experiences on the awakening journey and the changes you're going through. Together, we can create a strong and creative community where everyone can live freely and reach their full potential. Thank you for following and sharing this journey with us. Wishing you clarity and energy as you move forward on your path to freedom and creativity.